Welcome back, fight fans. There are fights that are scheduled, and then there are fights that feel inevitable. Destiny soaked in drama and second chances. On July 19th at Wembley Stadium, the heavyweight division enters a rare and hollowed chapter. Oleksandr Usyk, the undefeated Ukrainian genius who now holds 3 of 4 major belts, will step into the ring against Britain's DuBois, the IBF champion and a man reborn. It is a rematch forged in controversy, but make no mistake, this is no mere repeat. This is a seismic collision between a master approaching twilight and a once broken contender now promising total annihilation. Last time they met in Poland, it was Usyk who had his hand raised after a 9th round knockout. But the result didn't tell the whole story, at least not according to DuBois, his team, and a sizable portion of the boxing public. The body shot that dropped Usyk in the 5th round was rolled low, sparking a wildfire of outrage and debate that refused to die. Usyk was handed time to recover, rose to his feet, and did what he does best: adjusted, recalibrated, and dismantled. But to DuBois and his supporters, the moment was stolen. And now, under the London night sky and in front of a packed Wembley, the final word will be written. But who writes it? This time, everything has changed. Usyk is 38, and while still brilliant, he has seen everything boxing can offer. An Olympic gold medalist and undisputed cruiserweight king, and now the man who outclassed Tyson Fury to become the first 4-belt heavyweight champion in history. What more is there left to prove? The answer, perhaps, is nothing, except to silence the one doubt still circling like a vulture. Did he truly beat DuBois fair and square? Usyk is calm, even playful as always. At the recent press conference, he came armed with photos of the alleged low blow, cheekily asking DuBois to sign them. It was gamemanship at its finest, but underneath the grins lies a veteran who knows what's at stake. He bowed to his team, prayed with rosary beads, and then cut the event short with a simple statement: "We'll go to training camp. See you later." This is a man who knows when the real talking begins, on fight night. But across from him now stands not the hesitant, searching Daniel Dubois of 2023. This is a Daniel Dubois on fire. The boy has become a man, and not just in body, but in spirit. He has stopped Jarrell Miller, bullied Filip Pogrovic, and dismantled a lethargic Anthony Joshua with chilling ease. The shy, unsure heavyweight who quit against Joe Joyce is long gone. What remains is a granite-fisted destroyer who smells blood and doesn't blink. This version of Dubois walks differently, talks differently, and hits with bad intentions. His trainer, Don Charles, did not mince words in London when he told Usyk to his face, "You should be given an Oscar. You've conned the referee. You conned the boxing world." It was theater, yes, but also defiance. This isn't just about revenge. It's about redemption, legacy, and proving that his fists don't lie. The opinions are split across the boxing world. Joseph Parker, himself a title holder, sees danger written all over Dubois' resurgence but acknowledges the mountain that Usyk still is. Usyk is like a master who reads you, breaks you down. He was dominant before that low blow, he said. Yet, he is still cautious against writing Dubois off, the man he calls a powerhouse with a mission. Lennox Lewis, the last man before Usyk to unify the heavyweight division, sees the raw potential in Dubois as more than just hype. "He's the Kingslayer," Lewis said, emphasizing the psychological edge Dubois now carries after dropping Usyk, controversial or not. "You've seen the weakness. Attack it. No shortcuts." Lewis doesn't throw around belief lightly, and when he says Dubois can do it, it echoes louder than most. But then there are the purists, the ones who can't look past Usyk's ring IQ, footwork, and unmatched ability to adapt. Tony Bellew calls him the best heavyweight of our era. "He's overcome such adversity and he's the most confident he's ever been," Bellew remarked. "But I think he'll get stopped between rounds 8 and 12. It's a rare crack in the armor of Usyk from a man who's known the pain of fighting him firsthand. Carl Froch, ever pragmatic, calls this a giant fight but admits, "I just can't see anybody beating Usyk." Even with Dubois now riding high on a wave of knockouts and newfound belief, Froch still sees the same mountain. only now with thicker fog and steeper slopes. As for the fans, they've been dragged into the low blow debate like a never-ending courtroom drama. Was it legal? Was it clean? Does it matter anymore? The WBA reviewed it, referees reviewed it, and the ruling stood. But that didn't stop DuBois from targeting the body again, and this time, Usyk knows it. There's no way around it. The ribs and midsection will be under siege. DuBois believes that he can make Usyk do a funny dance in the ring. Bold words, sure, but when a man has just crushed a former unified champion like Joshua, the confidence isn't baseless. He's no longer swinging wildly, he's calculating, feinting, moving with purpose. There's a fire behind his eyes now. "I'm just been up and ready to go," he said. "It's going to be a bloodbath." But here's the thing, Usyk has danced this dance before. Whether it was with Briedis, Gassiev, Joshua, or Fury, he's always found the answers. Always stayed one step ahead. The punches may come harder now, but he still sees them. And even as his legs slow slightly, the mind stays sharp. That jab, that lateral movement, those angles. Few can follow that. Fewer still can survive. And yet, it only takes one. One mistake, one flush shot, one error in a night where pressure and pride are thicker than the London fog. DuBois doesn't need to win 12 rounds. He just needs a second of certainty. Wembley will be electric. A packed crowd baying for British blood to dethrone a generational talent. The world will watch to see if Usyk can once again solve the unsolvable, or if DuBois, once labeled a quitter, now becomes the slayer of myths and the face of a new era. This isn't about titles, this is about truth. About erasing doubts, rewriting legacies, and proving once and for all who truly belongs at the pinnacle of heavyweight boxing. It's brains versus brawn, mastery versus momentum, legacy versus hunger. And when that first bell rings, all the photos, all the press conferences, all the sound bites will fade. What remains will be two men and the truth between them. Could Usyk, at nearly 39, walk away after this, either with his arms raised or handed his first ever defeat? Could DuBois become the undisputed champion and finally erase every question mark that's followed his career since his first loss to Joyce? It's all on the line now. All the belts, all the bragging rights, and all the noise that's been building for over a year. In the end, one man will walk out undisputed. The other will walk out haunted. And if it goes the way some suspect, with a DuBois stoppage and the end of an era, it could be the last time we ever see Oleksandr Usyk in a professional boxing ring. Whether he wins or loses, the question that will linger is, how much longer can he carry the spire? And if Daniel DuBois does what so many doubted he could, the heavyweight division won't just be shaken. It will be rewritten. DuBois has reignited the fire around one of the most controversial moments in recent heavyweight history, doubling down on his belief that the punch which floored Oleksandr Usyk in their first bout was not only legal, but, as he boldly put it, from the gods. As the rematch looms ever closer, this declaration doesn't just underline DuBois' defiance. It tells you everything you need to know about his mindset going into the most important night of his career. The shot in question, which sent Usyk to the canvas in round 5 of their first meeting in Poland, was immediately waved off by the referee as a low blow, sparking one of the most heated debates in recent memory. Fans, analysts, and fighters remained divided on whether the punch was illegal or a perfectly placed body shot. DuBois, for his part, has never wavered. He's maintained since the final bell that he was robbed of the biggest win of his career, and now, with all 4 belts on the line at Wembley, he's back with vengeance on his mind and faith in his fists. "I know what I did. That shot came from the gods," DuBois said in a moment that perfectly encapsulated both his self-belief and the raw emotion that still burns from that night in Wrocław. "They can say what they want, but I know I hurt him, and I know what's coming next. It's not going to the judges this time. This ends the way it should have ended the first time." What's your take? Can DuBois finish what he started? Or will Usyk, the maestro of the squared circle, silence the world once again? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, fight fans,